Hey, what's up, everybody? Gaijin Guinea Pig here, and today I'm going to talk about Blink-182's new album, One More Time. This isn't going to be a reaction video because I have listened to this album already a lot. I mean, a lot. And obviously, if I tried to react to the songs, it wouldn't be authentic. So it's really just going to be me talking about the album as a whole, um, how I hear it as a giant Blink-182 fan, and sort of giving my thoughts on a track-by-track sort of basis. This video, shout out to Luke, he was looking for a reaction video to the album, but I couldn't be disingenuous, so I'm just going to talk about this album and what it means to me as a fan. So I'm not sure how I feel yet in terms of my overall thoughts in putting it in a certain order in their discography. I had a good friend of mine suggest that I make a Blink-182 tier list like Finn did from Punk Rock NBA, and I might do that because I am such a huge fan of them and I know their discography on an intimate level. But I'm not sure where I'm going to put One More Time yet for that. I'll need some more time to sit with it. But I do have a lot of thoughts about the tracks on this album, and I might play little snippets here and there. And let's just get into it. 17 tracks, 44 minutes. I didn't realize it was even that long. It feels like it just flies by when I'm hearing it. Okay, to start, Anthem Part 3. Obviously, Anthem from Enema of the State. Anthem Part 2, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Part 3. I think this is an amazing song. This is a fantastic way to start the album. It manages to capture the feel of Anthem and Anthem Part 2, which is obviously the point, while also standing on its own two legs, so to speak. It's just got so much energy. It's a great way to kick off an album. It's just, boom, we're here, we're back. Smack you upside the head. Probably some of their most aggressive, traditional skate punk style of music that they've played in years, quite frankly. Listen to that. Travis doing his best punk beat right there. The guitars from Tom are just thrashing. Yeah, I love the way his vocals sound here. It's got that old school snotty-nosed punk snarl to it that he has definitely not sung in that style in a long time. Anyway, I don't want to get lost in listening to the whole song because I could easily do that. Just skipping around. The chorus is amazing. I remember hearing the snippet of it for the album teaser, and just that little snippet of it got me so hyped. And hearing the whole thing, it gave me goosebumps when I heard the chorus, for real. Yeah. Alright. I could gush about it. Anthem Part 3 for God knows how long. Oh, sirens. Dance With Me, I did a reaction video of that. I recommend checking that out. It's a great song. I know there's some criticism about Dance With Me for being too repetitive, but there's a ton of songs that have repetition in the chorus or even in the verse, just various parts of a song. But this is the kind of chorus that's really meant for a live show, I think, and it's evident if you look up any of the Dance With Me live performances, the crowd is obviously instantly singing along, and that's what it's meant to do, just get the party started. I think this song has, again, this energy that Blink-182 haven't had in a long time. Great chord progression, ton of energy. It's just a lot of fun, in my opinion. I think it's a great song. Fell in Love. When I first heard it, I thought, oh, this is a cute song. And it still is. It's super short though. 2:18. I think it could be a little longer, and I'd be okay with that. But for what it is, I think it's a cute song that feels like something that could have been on Enema of the State. I love a little clapcore in my music. Trading off on the vocals is nice. Again, this is something that I love about Blink-182, and they do it a lot on this album, trading off on the vocals. I don't know if it's going to be the most memorable track out there, but it's fun and it's cute and it's catchy. Terrified. This is an interesting one. I wouldn't say it's one of my top tracks. I'd put it on the lower end of the spectrum. It sounds like something that could be on, it's like a mix of Neighborhoods and Self-Titled. That's how it hits me. And let's be honest, Neighborhoods was nobody's favorite Blink-182 album, which is not to say that it's bad overall. It just sounds like it could have fit in on Neighborhoods more so than self-titled, but it's got these elements of both. And that's the thing about One More Time. I feel like it's got a lot of elements from all of their work. So yeah, Terrified, it's on the bottom rung of the tracks that I like most from this album for sure. One More Time, I also did a reaction video to this. You know very well how I feel about that. It's probably one of my biggest videos on my channel. Something about my reaction really resonated with a lot of people. I think for very good reason. We know what this band means to us. We know what this song meant to them and to us. And yeah, it was just emotional. And it continues to be an emotional song for me. I think this song will go down as being a very important song in Blink-182's history for them and for fans. It's a big one. Beautiful song. More Than You Know. Obviously that piano sounds like something that you would hear on the self-titled. It's okay. This one, it's not one of my favorites. I do like the aggression to it. I like the way Tom sort of screams his vocals. I don't know if I like sort of the syncopation of the track. The way that Mark sings on the verses and how the music kind of cuts at the end of the lines. There's something about it that I don't love. I would sort of put this in there with Terrified and being on the lower rung of tracks, but I don't hate it. The drums on the chorus are amazing. It's giving double bass pedal vibes. I don't know if it is exactly, but that's what it sounds like. And you don't hear that a lot from Travis on Blink-182 stuff, so that's a highlight for me. Turn this off, I love it. Because it's like Blink-182 tipping their hat to these little 30-second joke songs that they've done throughout their history. And this is another fun one. When We Were Young. Has nothing to do with that festival. I like this one. It's a nice mid-tempo track. Love the melody on it. Makes me smile. Makes you kind of nostalgic, not just for like their music, but like in your own life. You start thinking about stuff, you know? This hits me as a Neighborhoods era type of track, type of song, you know? It would slide in just fine behind Wishing Well. Edging, we've been listening to this song for almost a year now. I think it still holds up. I think it's a fun song, it's catchy, it's not super aggressive or anything, but the lyrics have this punk rock angst to it that I like. I think it'll be a staple in their live shows moving forward. It's a fun song, and it's always going to have that special place for a lot of us as being that song that the reunited Blink-182 unleashed onto the world after they said, hey, we're back. So it had that impact. You Don't Know What You Got. When I first heard this, I was trying to figure out what it was about, and I was overthinking it. I was thinking it had to do with the band and them not realizing what they had and letting it go, but then I got a comment that was like, yo, this is just about Mark's cancer battle. And now, obviously, that's all I hear. Makes total sense. It's even heavier as a result. I mean, I don't know what it's like to go through something like that. I hope I can never relate. Yeah, it's just deeply personal and powerful as a result. Again, I know I've heard some criticism about the chorus being a little bit repetitive, but to me it works. I think the bridge is particularly powerful, albeit too short. I did a reaction video to this as well. You can hear me, you can check that out if you want to hear me talk about what I thought it was about before I knew what it was about. Blink Wave, I love it. I mean, it's literally called Blink Wave because it's their version of a new wave song. And I think it's super catchy. Is it traditional Blink-182 sounding? No, but it's okay if they try new things, in my opinion. I mean, that's all self-titled was when it first came out, them trying new things. And they've dabbled in alternate sounds over the years. They've always sort of had one foot in another door, in another doorway, so to speak. But this is a perfect new wave song for them. This chorus is amazing. It's so catchy. Bad news. I'm gonna say it right now. This and Anthem Part 3 are my favorite tracks on this entire album. To me, Bad News is amazing. I wish it were longer. Travis is going absolutely ballistic on those drums. I love the punk beat. I love that aggressive tone in Mark's voice. This part, love. This is Dude Ranch to me. This is Dude Ranch Blink-182, through and through. The way that guitar lead just takes over that verse. Chorus is great. The bridge after the chorus for coming up, we're gonna get to it because I love it so much. It's so Dude Ranch. And anything that reminds me of that era of Blink is gonna instantly win my heart. God, those drums. It's like a machine gun, just blowing me away. That is so old school Blink-182 right there. Amazing. All right, I'm gushing. Next, Hurt, Interlude. Sounds like something that would be on self-titled. I don't personally like it very much. I don't know. It just feels like it would be on self-titled. But I'm glad it's just an interlude, but I don't love it. Turpentine. It's a very middle fingers up, funky, aggressive song. Complicated feelings on this one. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. It's on the lower rung on the tracks I love best on this album. It's a little all over the place, which is cool. They're trying something different. Phasers are alive and well on this album, by the way. But I think that's a very Blink-182 production choice that's consistent. This song's trying new things. I don't know that it's a home run, though. Yeah, it's alright, though. It's alright. F-Face. It's okay. It's just them doing their little 30-second having fun. This one, a little less fun, a little more middle fingers. Punk rock, F you. It's cool. Other Side. I do like this song a lot. I'm not sure who Mark is singing about in particular. The lyrics do sound very personal. He's recalling something or someone that he lost. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. God, it's so short though. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Some of the ones that light me up the most are so short. I think this is a great song though. Childhood, the closing track. I'm gonna be honest and say that it's probably my least favorite track on the album. Again, they're trying something different. Nothing but respect for that. I don't want to hear the same thing all the time. But I can't also be expected to love everything just because they tried it. I do like the fact that they are trading vocals. That hasn't been the case for a while. So, love that. This just does nothing for me. It's pleasant, but it doesn't stir up any emotions in me personally. And there you have it. Those are my thoughts on Blink-182's latest album, One More Time. I'm a huge Blink-182 fan. I probably always will be. I can't imagine that ever changing. I do think that overall it is a satisfying album. As a Blink-182 diehard, I am very happy with it. It's sort of this album that none of us were really sure would ever happen. So I didn't really have any expectations for it. I I was just blown away that Tom rejoined the band and that their friendship was sort of reignited and that Mark is doing okay. Like, all these other things were actually so much more important to me. But then they were like, hey, we're making a new album. And I was like, okay, I will take whatever you give me. And this is what they gave us. And I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied with this. I'm going to sit and think about where I would put it in their discography and maybe do that tier list video, because that just sounds like something I'd like to do and maybe something you'd like to watch. But I'm happy with this overall. I don't think that all of the tracks are amazing. I can't say that it's my favorite Blink-182 album. I think it's too soon to say that for anybody. That would be a bold claim. But I think I'm just really happy to have new Blink-182 music, period. Because quite frankly, they seem really, really happy about having made new Blink-182 music, and that does my heart a lot of good. Those are my thoughts on the album as a whole. I would definitely love to hear your thoughts. Please feel free to share those in the comments. What are your favorite songs? What songs do you not like so much? How does it rank in your overall sort of discography rundown of Blink-182? But I think one thing we can all agree on as diehard fans is that it just feels good to have the band back together. Does it not?